Hi everyone. So I'm back with the Who Would Wins, and I know I'm behind in a couple, so I'm gonna cram out these two for Saturday and Sunday. I'm probably just gonna save Mondays for Tuesday, along with Tuesdays, and pre-record Wednesdays on Tuesday because science. And Shadow King, a very frequent requester of mine, thanks Shadow King for all the suggestions you give, asked the question: Who would win in a fight, Generator Rex or Iron Man? And I need to clarify something with Iron Man because someone commented on something in a video of mine. I don't know which Iron Man video it was. It might have been Iron Man versus who did I put him up against the last time? Iron Man versus Master Chief. Maybe that's what I put him up against. Or no, it was Samus. Iron Man versus Samus. Is that they comments like, do you even know the difference between movie Iron Man and like this version, universe, whatever Iron Man's like? Do you know the difference between that Iron Man and the 7,000 other variants of Iron Man? I'm using hyperbole here, but yeah. Do you know how many different versions of a character exist in comic book? Or there are multiverse upon multiverse characters. There's God knows how many versions of Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. There's so many versions of Iron Man, Wolverine, Cyclops, all the Marvel characters. That's not really a fair comparison to make. Excuse me. When I do these videos for like a character like that, unless you're asking for a specific one, I'm kind of just generalizing the character's abilities throughout their comic book history. Now, with all that said, Generator Rex, or Rex is called Rex Salazar to be precise. I actually have his info up here right here because I had to look it back up. I haven't done a Generator Rex video in a while. He is in the world of the Generator Rex world. All beings on Earth, all living beings, have nanites spawned into their systems on a molecular level. In his case, it allows him to be a technopath, communicate and interface with machines, cure evos, which won't play into this at all. Basically, metallic manifestation, which basically he can shape his body into whatever machine he wants. I think he can even do explosives and cannons, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that. Smack Hands, Boogie Pack, which is like a combat drill, Slam Cannon, which is pretty much a hydraulic cannon, more or less, Rex Ride, Punk Buster, Big Fat Sword, I remember the Big Fat Sword, Battle Saw. When he acquired the Mega 1 nanites, he was able to do like a special whip function, Fun Chucks, like giant Battle Blade, Bad Axes. Block Party is a primary protection. It's like an energy shield of some kind. Gauntlets. Sky Slider, which essentially has energy blades for wheels. Capable of showing the upgrade suit. That was in the Ben 10 crossover, so don't need to do that. He has a full Evo form, which is this. Oh wow, we're not going with the Omega Evo form because that was. Was that the god? That wasn't the god form. Mega Evo form pretty much is a giant robotic body, which he's got a super level abilities with that. But basically all of his abilities are super enhanced. So yeah, Mega Rex is extremely powerful, capable of interfacing with technology. We're not going into God mode because that's just that would be stupid. He's got heightened physical abilities though, heightened strength, endurance, healing factor. He's capable of being cured from most poisons with it. His injectable completely healed him. He when he was mortally wounded, he actually completely healed for that. In exchange for nanites inside his body can take control and act to save Rex's life. He can subconsciously react to similar threats. For instance, every time Providence tries to put a tracer on him, nanites automatically dismantle it. Okay, so he's extremely hard to take down. Rex is actually quite intelligent. He's good acrobatic. He's got basic hand-to-hand training, so forth and so on. Tony Stark, or Iron Man as we know him. He's the Iron Man. If you don't know his origin by now, where have you been? But for those of you who'd like to know his origin, 15, 20-second origin here. He was a genius billionaire playboy philanthropist. He got shrapnel put into his heart. He had to develop a suit, or in this case, a reactor in his chest that pretty much kept the shrapnel at bay. And he decided after that, it was a wake-up experience. He went to he's going to create a suit of armor to save the world. And there you have it. Now he has multiple suits for multiple purposes. His standard one, I think, is like the Mark 42, I think it is. I can't remember exactly which Mark version it is, but it's the modular armor, which lets him swap out certain parts if he needs it. Also, there's the extremist armor, which he can immediately, summon nanites from his body. The Hulkbuster armor, obviously, which is designed to take on the Hulk. There's different interpretations of it, but the general one is designed to absorb gamma radiation to increase its strength, so it's feeding off the Hulk. It can go toe-to-toe with the Hulk, but it never beats. I think in like the rarest occasions, it's like knock the Hulk out, which is what it's supposed to do. It's not actually designed to beat the Hulk, per se, like kill the Hulk, but it can hold its own against the Hulk. He's got like an aqua armor, a space armor, stealth armor. But his probably his strongest one is the Endo-Sim armor, which is a combination of symbiote and like tech. Besides having all the standard Iron Man abilities, he's capable of just taking off and containing someone in it, and absorbing energy and redirecting energy. So it's incredibly powerful suit. Now a problem with that is that in fact, let me double check the Endo suit to be sure that while I'm talking, to make sure it doesn't have the same problems that the rest of his suits has. But one big problem that I'm going to see in this fight is that Iron Man's suits have always been easily hackable. They're very hard. They're never. I mean, obviously they got a security system in it, but there we go, Endo-Sim, Iron Man Endo-Sim. But Model 50. But the problem is that they always have a defensive system, but generally speaking, they're not the greatest. Greatest compared to some of the other ones. Other suits, they've always been not difficult to hack. The Endo-Sim is fully liquid smart metal, which hardens instantly on connection with the user's body. Unlike other suits, so is based off symbiote biology. Okay, it's not actually based truly a symbiote, but it's based on it. So it doesn't rely on tech for the initial bonding process with the user. The startup is completely psionic. So it's actually they're right off the bat. That might play a key factor. The psionic bond with the suit allows the user to control it remotely. Called for with no need of electronics. Stark has stated that the suit can feel him the same way he can feel the suit, and referred to it as alive. Connection extends to the point of forming into a fully humanoid form that has similarities to that of a symbiote suit, even when not bonded to someone, to punch through barriers, so forth and so on. Suit can send out, whether by sonic or vocal command, to attach to user or Tony, whatever. Okay, we've already gone over that. The armor's repulsors are white/blue color, but when he prepares to attack, they switch to a red color in the air due to the intricate, I think it is, a connection to the bodies of its own eyes, sometimes light up red or blue. Okay. The repulsors are so powerful they can even bypass the ability of people such as Havoc to absorb energy. This is incorporated taser in the arms that can be used to sustain electrical pulses. The armor can absorb electromagnetic energy once it finds the correct frequency of said energy. However, though living beings' electromagnetic energy, such as spectrum, can be absorbed, they can break free of the armor, causing armor to temporarily dissolve into a selected portion before reassembling. Armor is capable of withstanding the lightning called forth by storm, with minimal, if any, damage. That's very fancy. Whoa, I didn't know it could do this. The threat there, we'll get to this in just a second. There's a thruster behind the elbow arm, increased punch power, including allowing for increasing punch power when punching or otherwise striking someone, including allowing for needles to pass through the tough skin. The armor's thrusters do not function when deprived of oxygen-based environments, as they rely on combustion engine. The armor can be used to subjugate possessed entities, such as an 8-year-old prior incarnation of Tony Stark, who had a possessed version of Iron Man armor Model 2. The main faceplate is removed, graphite, so forth and so on. Apparently, the armor can have have more of its forming compound added to increase the size, basically granting it a Hulk-like Buster physique. I was unaware of that. The armor can release tendrils. The armor is extremely diverse. Like, this is clearly one of Tony's strongest armors. So anyway, that's how I say this fight happens, and Tony's transported to an alternate Earth, which just happens to be Generator Rex's, Rex Salazar's Earth. And similar to the Ben 10 fight, they don't know who each other are. It's like, whoa, I don't know where I am here, buddy. But then it's like, all right, then come with me. And it's like, well, no, maybe we can just talk this out. And then Rex just decides to go full force. It's like, no, it's like, whoa, this guy can turn into a machine. It's fascinating. And then You know, and for the sake, yeah, he'll have access to where there's other stuff in here, temporary or alternate Earth, regardless. Let's say the entire Stark Tower got transported somehow. So there's that, and that's how he can have access to his stuff. So Tony's like, "Whoa there, buddy." It's like Jarvis, and of course he's got his online assistant to his Jarvis. Do you see anything? Apparently, sir, there's something wrong. His body is completely composed of organic and mechanic, mechanic and organic components. I'm guessing nanites. In fact, I'm seeing it in every organism in this park. Apparently, this world is infested with nanites or whatever. So, all right, Jarvis, let's get into. And then Generator Rex, flies. I was like, "You can't hide from me." He's like, "Oh, this guy can fly. Cool." Now, Tony's going to be a lot faster than Rex, because Rex can fly, sure, hover, whatever. But can he go like supersonic speeds like Iron Man can? I don't think so. So Iron Man's, just playing around with him a little bit. It's like, oh, he's like, okay, I'm getting annoyed by this. So he maybe hacks into the security system of the area and use that against Tony. Tony's now like caught in a bit of a firefight between like, I don't know, security lasers, whatnot. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. It's like, okay, everybody. And then Rex comes and just smacks down Tony. Tony's like, otherwise says like, whoa. It's like, that hurts. Like, yep, and now I'm gonna fix you for good. But right as he's about to maybe try to hack Tony just blasts him with some repulsor beams and fires him back. Like, sorry, kid, I didn't want to have to do that. But then Rex just gets up. It's like, ow, that hurt. It's like, all right, buddy, let's try this. Gets the axes going. It's like, okay, the axes are different, and then just starts, Blind's like, okay, look, can't we talk about this? And it grabs him. It's like, yeah, we can. And all of a sudden, he starts hacking into it. He's like, oh, sir, my protocols are being overridden. I can't seem to... Jarvis! And then he just... and gets out of there, retreats, and then calls through another suit. And this time the Hulkbuster comes in. Just, I know this isn't quite how it goes, but yeah, anyway. So let's say he's capable of summoning suit. He summons the Hulkbuster, gets in the Hulkbuster's like, all right, let's try this again, shall we? And then just smacks right into Generator Rex. Just boom. It's like, oh, that hurt. It's like, okay, buddy. It's like, let's try it again. Gets his axe again. This time just grabs the axe and shatters it, and that still hurts because it's still part of him, technically. It's like, whoa, okay. So he gets out of there. Maybe just the giant, the fat axe, and they go at it for a little while. Fist, fat axe, the whole shebang, and maybe an arm gets caught. It's like, I'm gonna just have to just shut you down. And then right as he's shutting out the Hulkbuster, Tony evacuates the Hulkbuster, and then the Endosim comes in. So the Endosim comes in. He gets in that. Now he's trying to hack the Endosim. But the nature of the Endosim isn't the same way as the nature of something. Oh, there's something down there. Hold on. I got it for you. There you go. Here's another one. The nature of the Endosim isn't like the other armor, so I don't think he'd initially be able to hack the Endosim armor, which gives Tony enough time to just blast him in the face again, hack him with some tendrils. Now Rex is hurting, but otherwise Rex is fine because of his healing factor. Like, he's feeling pain. Like, yeah, you jerk. It's like, I'm going to beat. It's like, yep, catch me if you can, kid. It's like, well, yeah. And then basically he kind of hacks the Iron Man suits, and they sends them. I was like, okay, that's different. And then just keeps that. So I can key into the electromagnetic frequency of the suits. It's like, good, do it, Jarvis. And then swarms them up. Just keeps absorbing them, and then shuts them down permanently. It's like, okay, now I got you. It's like, yeah, first off, or it's like, now I got you. And he's going full Evo form. It's like, this ends now. Blast him with some energy or something, which it looks like he would be able to do that. Tony's like, I've keyed onto his frequency set. It's like, do it. And then just looks like, what? He goes back down to small form, thinks Tony's gone, but because there's smoke there. But overall, Tony's fine. Shows it and is like, and disappears and just goes, yeah, I think this is yours, kid. And just fires all that energy from one hand. Just boom. Yeah, I read and looked up that he can survive mortal injuries to a certain degree. Generator Rex, Rick Salazar. Can he survive his head getting blown up? Because that amount of energy, it's arguable his head would get blown up. Would it survive? The nanites will act as maybe like in a fight or flight response, and sensing his body would be like whatever is being hit would pretty much be vaporized. It like pulls him out of the way just in time. However, I still think he maybe like would lose an arm or something. Like, like let's say it's like Cell in Dragon Ball Z, like that whole body. Just it's like, ooh, I might have gone a little overboard with that, kid. Sorry, and the answer might be repairing it, but it's with something like a lost limb that makes sense. So it's like slowly repairing, like this. It's like then at that moment, Tony just comes in, boom, 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 like that. Tony's far more versed in fighting than Rex tends to be because Tony does it and he loves it. He enjoys it. And he does it on a constant basis. Now Rex does it too, but Tony's actually trained a bit in hand-to-hand combat, whereas Rex has a little bit of a basic understanding of it. He can brawl, whereas Tony just actually knows how to fight. So I think it ends with Tony knocking Rex out. I think that's what happens. Now the reason I give Tony or Iron Man the win in this is the fact that Iron Man just has more diverse. Well, here's what I mean by when I say more diversity. When you actually look at them, Rex has a lot of diversity to him. I didn't even go over half his mecha transformations and stuff. Do you need to go outside, Pup? No. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even go over half its mecha transformations, but the reason for that is that when you actually look at the comparisons of their abilities, Tony's got flares, he's got the unibeams, he got the repulsor beams, unibeams. He can fly far faster. He's far actually more durable because his suits can survive basically nuclear explosions. And we're just talking about his base suits. He's far more intelligent than Rex is. I mean, Rex is intelligent, but he's not Tony level intelligent. You're looking at flash grenades, sonic repulsors, shields, electro EMPs, and that's again base suit. Then you go into Hulkbuster, which physically just Rex could not take on. Rex could probably put out a decent fight, but he can't take that on. Which has all the standard abilities that a normal Iron Man suit would have. Then you have the Endosim, and you have Tony's intelligence and ability to use them in creative ways that basically trump Rex in many regards. Rex doesn't have any real long-range abilities. Doesn't have, as far as I know, he doesn't have any like laser or fire power or like blaster abilities. Long range attack basically. He's pretty much a close range fighter. He can fly, and he's got a couple things that give him some mid range abilities, but he doesn't have any long range abilities. That really hurts him in this regard. Now that being said, Rex's endurance and healing factor definitely pose a problem to Tony because Tony can't really put him down not easily. He could if he went Unibeam and just like vaporize his entire body and the ants couldn't react in time to save Rex. Yeah, I think that's like if you killed his brain, I think that would be Rex's downfall. Definitely, or like a major like vital or like a heart, like his heart for instance. A mortal wound, like say a stab to the chest, is one thing. But if you actually blow away his heart and like a giant hole there, or just take his head off, I'm pretty sure that would kill Rex. But Rex's durability and endurance and healing factor make it so he can definitely draw the fight out with Tony. And his full Evo phone is pretty much like the Iron Giant, but with extra abilities. So there you have that. But the Endosim's ability to absorb energy really makes it really puts it over the edge. Plus, it's because it's a different suit. Its nature is not the same as a normal piece of technology. Therefore, Rex hacking that one is not as concrete as, say, Rex hacking the other suits. Rex hacking the other suits, I have no issue with. I fully admit to believe he would hack the other suits, but it is what it is. So what would I say? I say Tony takes the win 75% of the time. I think there's a 25% of the time where Rex hacks the suits and maybe he just knocks Tony out before he can get to his Endosim or something like that. I think that's very possible. But I think Tony takes it most of the time in this fight. But hey, if you think different, because I'm not well versed in General Rex as some other ones. But hey, if you think different, that's cool. Put in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. IDs for who would win, Star Wars, superhero, magic, what if, anything I do on the channel. Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to that at some point. I'm back in a little while with the technically Sundays who would win, and what if by the end of the night as well. So thanks for watching.